Welcome back to the Raymond Egishar Technical Center for the second of our three games here today. The second game of the women's knockout competition is going to be the Shining Stars, and they'll be taking on the youngsters. Of course, the Shining Stars, they'll be without one of their key players for this encounter. We're still awaiting the team sheets. Still awaiting the team sheets. Looks like it's going to be the Shining Stars kicking from the left of screen to the right, while the young Stars will be kicking from the right to the left, and they're gray and white. And if you're keeping up with the cricket, Warwickon is gone. We're going for a hook, a happy hook, and just skying it a brilliant catch from Mohamed Rizwan.
Well, that's the last time, as I say, welcome back again. Well, that's the last time I'll be seeing him in a West Indies shot. I would like for this match, they should try to win this match for Mr. Shields. So it's going to be the Shining Stars Dockets against the Little Soldiers. I think that's Boom Boom. They were in the 99 shot. She's in the goal. Haven't seen her in a while on the field, actually. And I think this is going to be a good encounter here for the Shining Stars as well. Players to look at is the really fleet-footed, is that Vanterpool there on the wing. She's one of their better players, and we'll be looking forward to see what she'll bring to the table here this evening. Know that the Little Soldiers, they are very gritty in terms of how they play. And here we see is Shining Stars with it. The ball's been controlled there by Vanterpool, but knocked into touch there for a throw in there to the Shining Stars.
And as I was making a reference to in the starting of this game, the Shining Stars, they will be without one of their key players, Isabella Rosario. She is, as I suspected, not there today. She's not listed among the substitutes either. But the lineup for the Shining Stars reading: Barry the number 12, Bradshaw number 13, Brian the number 4, Talia Hines the number 8, Carissa Lake the number 11, Anisha Matthew the number 2, Maisha Manette the number 3, Richardson the number 99, Unique Singh number 21, and Kiana Vanterpool the number 5.
The Little Soldiers team sees number 19, Kalia Alturo, Aisha Benassi, number 22, Anisha Kati, number 2, Daniel Connor, number 17, Labriska Gums, number 10, Lamara Harrigan, number 23, Zelia Harrigan, number 1, Davia Hodge, that's a goalkeeper, number 25, Ismailia Mercedes Hodge, and number 4, Renisha Richards. And rounding out the 11 is Quanisha Wilson. That's the team for the Little Soldiers.
It's going to be Vanterpool. Leaves us through in for Singh. And Unique Singh looks to go forward. This one is headed to clear and out for another throw. It's, of course, as you said, Glenisha Richardson. She is back in goal for the Shining Stars, with Gibbons not in nets today. Not sure what the issue is, but Gibbons, the usual goalkeeper for the Shining Stars not available today.
Well, we'll see how best she will try to at least keep the little soldiers out. And I'm certainly sure that the Shining Stars, they will want to progress further into this knockout competition. And I'm certainly sure that the little soldiers as well will be looking to do the same.
Ball comes into the box now. The soldiers will clear it. As you said, it's going to be more of a test for the Shining Stars because the little soldiers, they are very stout defensive side, and will the Shining Stars be able to create enough chances? Cleared up field. It's over the head. Oh, that's speedy there. Look, that's Daniel Connor.
Yes, Daniel. So seems as though Colin has made some adjustments from the last time I saw the setup, because Daniel was actually playing, I think it's at the right back. Now she's playing in the central striking position. And I think coming off of a goal in their last game as well. And so she'll be looking to be on the scoring sheet again here this afternoon, and the defense there for the Shining Stars will certainly have to be on the P's and Q's this evening.
You can see she's camped herself right on the last back, and Anisha Matthew, of course, with Carissa Lake not being the fastest, it was a very smart decision to put probably your fastest player up against the defensive line of the Shining Stars. There's going to be a thrown up on the left-hand side for the Shining Stars. And it's well wide and high.
It's a shot from Bracha, but had some good power on it, but the direction and the height, well, the direction was okay, but the height was just the way too high to cause any harm or any trouble to the goalkeeper, the Davia, in goal for the Little Soldiers. So Bracha is probably one of those players that we will keep an eye on as well, and in one of the better players for the Shining Stars. As a matter of fact, throughout the whole female setup here in Anguilla.
Well, if they had to look for the Shining Stars to get a goal, they would probably have to look towards one of Maisha Minette or Vanterpool, Kiana Vanterpool. So I think the little soldiers would be content to drag this game out as long as possible, the scores being level. Because you have to see that they are that kind of team, that gritty team, that team that likes to play out, draw as long as possible. Very similar to the attackers in the main league, in the sense that they like to either score early and defend, or they like to defend for as long as possible and try to hold out and frustrate the other team.
Yes, certainly.
Ball forward now, taking under control. Now back into the midfield for the Shining Stars. Good turn in the midfield. Now looking to drive forward, directing a bit of traffic. Now goes back inside. Good play by the Shining Stars. Shot comes in and that bounced off the goalkeeper. Oh, another good save. And this time it's cleared. She made a blunder with the first one, and it was spectacular with the second save. Brilliant work by the goalkeeper.
Yes, but that should have been goal number one there. It was a gift given away there. Shot came in. Davia didn't collect cleanly, given an opportunity there to the striker there, but just actually pushed it right back to her, and she was equal to the task this time, saving well.
I think there was Maisha Minette there, and if you had to bet 10 out of 10 times, she would put that one in the back of the net almost every single time. Luckily for Davia Hodge, she couldn't put it in.
Yes.
And it's going to remain at 0-0. he would have put your house that made sure would have scored that.
And I'm not too sure. Just to divert a little bit, but just let's take this corner kick coming in.
Ball comes in. Good ball swinging, and nobody got the touch it needed. It was perfectly put onto the penalty spot, and nobody got the decisive touch. Ball comes in. This one is cleared. Vanterpool's fighting. This one is cleared. Ball played forward again. It's cleared again. Again, very stout work defensively by the Shining Stars. And a player who's back for the Shining Stars, a valuable player in Roxanne Bradshaw.
Yes, yes.
And just noticing that she's back for the Shining Stars here today. And it's a very, very good sign for them as Maysha's bearing down on the defender. Now it's with the number 25 for the Shining Star, for the Little Soldiers. Now Singh. Now it's behind Lamara Harrigan. Cleared forward looking for Daniel. Lake is going to pick this one up now. Goes all the way out wide towards the number 27, I believe that is out there. Looking to go forward now with the Shining Stars. Cut up by the Little Soldiers on the right-hand side. Ball forward, looking towards Daniel Connor again. And they're just looking to get the ball as high up the field as quick as possible. Chips forward now. It's going to find Daniel Connor. Up against Lake. Using a speed here, Daniel. As Matthew for company now. Chips it inside. It's the Little Soldier with the number 25. Now giving away to Vanterpool. Vanterpool runs into trouble and runs out of it. And this one is out of touch. Throw to the Little Soldiers, says assistant referee John, and now he's changed his signal, and I have to agree with referee Nutt. Said there it looked like it was a throw into the Shining Stars. Singh inside to Bradshaw. Bradshaw going over the top. Roxanne Bradshaw. Now lead off. It's space for a shot, but closed down quickly.
Players down, and
there's a player down, and if you're keeping up with the cricket, the West Indies, they believe they need some 9 runs to win now. Just 9 runs. The number 11 batsman just has 1 ball to survive from Hassan Ali before it's back over to Kimar Roach, who's probably the man they would look for to get the runs. They need 9. That's all they need to win.
I can say though, this has been an intriguing, real, enthralling test match for both teams, and even for us as viewers as well, because both teams are fighting down to the wire.
Yes, I saw a tweet from Ravichandran Ashwin earlier. Even during the India and England game, he said he couldn't keep his eyes off the Pakistan was in this game, and it may just be the best test match he has seen of all time. Just in terms of the way that the game has ebbed and flowed, and what's been a difficult pitch to bat on, you have to say. It's not been free to bat on. We've seen some gritted knocks, of course. Craig Brathwaite in the first innings.
Yes.
And then we saw it was both Fahim Anwar and Fawad Alam, who played 2 good innings for Pakistan in the second innings. Then it was Jermaine Blackwood, who played a good innings today, following Baba Azama earlier, who scored a half century. So it's been very, very difficult to bat on. We've seen some performances being put in by some players who put their head down and batted despite how difficult the wicket has been.
Certainly. Well, you're not missing any football. Some treatment being given there to the Little Soldiers player there. She's off the field now, being attended to by the physio as play resume with the Ball being controlled there by the player there in the central midfield, but in an effort to pass the wide to the is that the number 24 player, number 25 there, the ball goes into touch for a free kick. For sorry,
It's going to be Singh here on the right hand side as a throw in to take. Throw goes down the line. It's Vanterpool back with Singh.
everyone.
You see the man, Coach Bean alone there. He's very animated with something. I'm not exactly sure what it is he's not happy about, but he's certainly not happy. And it's very bright purple.
Very animated, yeah, and he will certainly want to be in with a chance to go to the next round. And what Pakistan has going against them for sure is they don't have any more reviews. So
Ball forward is what has cleared up the field.
that,
Of course, we are keeping an eye on both games because this could be a historic victory for the West Indies and the first game against Pakistan for a very long time. One of
Very
the
long
first
time.
test series
yeah,
in the Caribbean for what's been quite a while. This year being the first time in about 2 or 3 years. As a shot comes in, it's no trouble for the goalkeeper.
but I listened to a stat as well. It says Pakistan has tried to defend it less 200 or less on 60 occasions and have not been able to defend. So whether history is on the side, just another 7 runs needed for victory. And certainly sure that will make us all proud here in the West Indies. But folks who are looking on there in Pakistan might be at the edge of their seats, like the supporters are here, right here in the Caribbean in the stadium.
Well, what I can see from this game is that Vanterpool, she's not been in the best form right now. As we've seen her throughout this tournament, she is not playing her best game of football. She's been a bit uninvolved, you have to say. Being shut down well here by the left-hand side of the defense for the Little Soldiers.
Yeah, she tends to have some really good moments, and then for a lengthy period in the match, you'd wondering if she's on the pitch. So maybe her coaching staff and the setup in the Shining Stars will certainly need to impress upon her that she needs to play at all time, full 45, full 90 minutes, in order for her team to really be in the ascendancy.
She
because
is now
certainly has the
Vanterpool.
skills, yes.
Vanterpool. Ball comes across over the head of Minette. Over to the back post. Shot comes in as wide of the target. Into the 17th minute of play. It's still 0-0 here. The West Indies only need some 6 runs to win. It's the main strike bowler for Pakistan, Shaheen Shah Afridi, who still has a ball left. The ball to the number 11 in Jaden Seals, who picked up a 5 for earlier today.
Yes, and certainly would be good if he can really see a win here by the West Indies. I'm so sure he will. It would does him really good, having put out that effort.
It's not a question of time, it's a question of runs versus wickets. 6 runs to get, 1 wicket left. They do have all of today, about an hour left today, plus all of tomorrow.
Yes.
To score these 6 runs, they just need not to lose that last wicket. It's a throw coming on the left-hand side. Looking to turn is the Shining Stars. Leak. Chips it forward. Hines. No to Bradshaw. Now it finds Vanterpool. Sun goes high. Header is won by the Little Soldiers. Again, good work defensively by Little Soldiers, and it's Daniel Connor looking to send Lamar Harrigan running. Just played along by Lake. Over to the left hand side. Now picked up by Vanterpool. Down the line, Vanterpool over to the right hand side. Cuts it past. Ball chipped in and out for a corner, and it's down to 2 runs to the West Indies. Roach edged one somehow in the one place that both keeper and first slip couldn't get there. Somehow he got it through. But I guess when fate is on your side, you have to, you just have to say it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Just 2 runs left to get. 1 run left to tie the test match. Off the edge. It seems like everyone that they've scored has come off the edge recently.
Yes. Well,
Corner comes from the event to pull. Good ball in. Cleared now. Well, let's watch Harrigan. Looking to get on the left-hand side. Had to pull for company. Out for a Little Soldier's throw.
what I think the Shining Stars needs to do though is just to just slow it down just a little bit. I think they're trying to get that opening goal, which rightly so, but they need to be a little bit more patient and try to build up as much as possible to maximize the possessions that they're having inside the defensive third of the Little Soldiers. That's the only way that they'll be able to, at least with the calmness and the coolness, they have the players to do that. And if they can't, if they just settle down and try to string more passes together, I think it will be better for them.
This one's cleared over the top and was looking for Harrigan, but she just couldn't get onto it. It's going to be a throw now to the Shining Stars. Game, as you said, just slow down just a tad bit. Slow down just a bit. Throw comes in. Now it's with Roxanne Bradshaw.
At least your screen is faster than mine.
Well, that's victory for the West Indies. Kemar Roach with a drive through the covers to give the West Indies the 2 runs they needed. And they left it up to the bowlers once again. They did it with the ball. Now the bowlers came back and did it with the bat as well.
And it's heartwarming to see the veteran, the whole vet in Kemar Roach leading from the front with the ball, like 3 weeks, and again coming through here. You can say commiserations for the Pakistanis, but certainly sure making hard work of what could have been an easily targeted chase. The West Indies finally coming away.
Good ball in there, and it's somehow, some way, it misses the corner.
Wow, that was good cross there. Good coming through the middle there from the Shining Stars player there. Just getting a boot on that one and didn't really take a deflection. And luckily for Davia, ball just trickled wide over her left upright and into touch for a goal kick. That could have easily been goal number 1.
And that's the danger of Roxanne Bradshaw being back into the team for the Shining Stars. She made the overlapping run from the midfield out wide. She beat the player and she put in a teasing ball across the face of the goal there. That was almost converted.
Yes, certainly. So we leave you from an exciting encounter there in cricket. And we are here with the knockout competition. The Little Soldiers doing battle against the Shining Stars. Still 0-0. We're into the 24th minute of play. And this one is certainly going to be a mouth-watering encounter as well.
Again, it's the Little Soldiers. Look, there's a Shining Stars are looking to get forward. Having to go backward now. Now lead off. Over to the left hand side. Ball looking to get inside towards Hines. And a missed kick is going to allow for the little soldiers to break. It's Harrigan up against Anisha Matthew, and good speed by Anisha Matthew there. Playing that sweeper role that she's played at for many, many games this season. She does very well to get there ahead of Lamara Harrigan.
Yeah, Daniel Connor in that position that she's playing in could be very dangerous. She could be very threatening on the Shining Stars goal here this evening. She did lay that one off, the ball off quickly, but the player was not able to latch onto it, and they were able to pick up a throw-in for it. But the Shining Stars will definitely need to keep an eye on Daniel Connor here this evening.
This one is inside now. Ball coming in by Harrigan. Looking by Connor, sorry, looking for Harrigan. Roxanne with a good turn. Chooses to go out wide. It's going to find Vanterpool. Vanterpool looks to take it down the line, but touched out of play. It's going to be a throw-in again to the Shining Stars. Into the 25th minute of play. It's still 0-0. No goals yet for either the Shining Stars or the Little Soldiers. Bradshaw chips it over the top. Now back with Bradshaw again. Takes it down. Again, just a bit of pinball between the two sides. Now that's Hines looking to get forward. Hines wins it. Leaves it for Bradshaw. Bradshaw over the top. Minette takes it down, lays it off. Shot taken is a rather weak effort in the end.
As I say, good afternoon, good evening there to my good friend Guy Quad, and he's saying Kima Rose look more like a batsman than the others. So true, Guy.
Goes Guy Quad, the head coach of the Uprising, as the ball comes over towards the right-hand side. Good turn being shown by the Shining Stars player. Has some support. And we'll find it in Vanterpool. Vanterpool to the byline. Ball chipped in towards the back post. And it was a very good ball. But I don't think the player expected it to come to her.
Yes, she really made a mess of it. Nicely floated over there by Vanterpool, right onto the boot. She had all the time in the world to do whatever she would have liked to with the ball. Chose to take the shot off the volley, did not execute well, and the ball rolled into touch for a goal kick there to the Little Soldiers. But that's an effort gone a big in there by the Shining Stars.
It's going to be the Little Soldiers. Good one, too. It's very good play by the Little Soldiers so far. Over towards the left-hand side. It's Danielle Connor. Connor looks to go inside towards Harrigan. It was good build-up play. Just couldn't get the ball, the final ball that was needed.
Yes, final pass here from Danielle was not as crisp as the previous pass before.
Hines, no Vanterpool. And it was looking to go inside, but Minette was not making the run. And the Little Soldiers, they've done well. They've quieted the two main threats for the Shining Stars, and Kiana Vanterpool and Maisha Minette. It's going to be a free kick for the Little Soldiers. Taken long. Won by Harrigan. Lays it off. Volley comes in there. It's well wide.
Well wide, and both teams are still trying to nudge themselves into ascendancy and trying to get in that open goal. But so far it's been even Steven, though the better chances has fallen to the boot of the Shining Stars. They have not capitalized on them, and certainly show that they would not want to be something that they would regret going into the second half or coming out of this match as well.
Yes, definitely is. This one is taken and booted long out, and it's going to be a throw that goes the way of the Shining Stars, according to referee Notzi. It's going to be Singh to take this throw in there on the right hand side. Throw comes in. Bradshaw tussling for it. Minette wins this one in the midfield. Now back with Harrigan, looking to turn, but runs into Hines, who gives it away. Number 25 with a good turn from the Little Soldiers. And it's going to be out for a corner kick. Number 25 there, and a Smiley Hodge. Is it a throw actually? Looks like maybe a throw. This is going to be a throw. And that's a free kick going against the Little Soldiers there for a push, it seemed like. Chipped forward. Header is won by the Little Soldiers. Tussle in the midfielders. Chipped forward now. And Barry plays it all the way over towards the left-hand side. The Little Soldiers over on the right-hand side. Looking to add the first goal to this encounter. But it's out for a corner. Still haven't had a goal. We're into the 32nd minute.
And it's their first corner kick of this encounter. And they will want to make sure that at least they can get a shot or a header on target here to cause some trouble to the Shining Stars. By form, you will say that the Shining Stars are certainly the better team based on ranking and the amount of games that they have won throughout the female tournament. But this match is evenly contested here this evening. And it's not going to be any draw. There is going to be certainly a winner here, by goal scored or from the penalty spot. So both teams are in with a good chance. And whether who first gets on the score sheet will certainly feel a lot better as this game progresses.
Yes, as you said, we have to have a winner today. So it's either going to be a goal scored in regular time, a goal scored in extra time, or a goal scored from the penalty spot. We must have a winner today.
Yes.
Must be decided on the day. Hines driving forward now. That's a good run there. She's sending Maisha running through. Minute, look at the turn. Seems like her and Hines got in each other's way. Out wide to Vanderpool now. Takes it down the line. Good skip by Vanderpool. Puts this one in. And headed clear. Only swift Vanderpool again as this one hits the post.
Yes, Vanderpool certainly needs to get more into the pick of things. she's a creator for this Shining Stars team, and just a while ago, before she actually picked that ball up, she was all the way back, almost here at the half circle, and so she would really need to be pushing a lot further forward if she would want her team to draw first blood here this evening, and so really need to get a lot more into the play, linking the passes.
Goal kick taken, and it's out for a throw in now to the Shining Stars. Still awaiting the first goal in this encounter. It's Bradshaw. And her pass is not where it needed to be, and that's a free kick, and her trying to win back the ball.
Yes, certainly. And the man Corwin there, Benjamin, right on the spot. Certainly looking
Cleared by Lake. And she does have a bit of company, the defender. I believe that's number 27 out there for the Shining Stars again. I think that may be Niles, number 27 out there. It's good play by the Shining Stars. Bradshaw chips it in towards the edge of the box. And Vanterpool pick it up. Vanterpool chips it over the top. Good encouraging ball, and Mayshaw is going to get onto that one there. Now it's going to be cleared forward. Harrigan. And a tussle with Singh, and Singh is not happy with Harrigan at all right now. Singh is heated right now. Referee Benjamin just doing the right thing, going over and having a chat with both players.
yes.
No cause need to be shown just yet, just time to calm things down.
It's good to see Benjamin right on top of things, though. He's one of the young stars, young referees coming through that the Referees Association might want to push and make sure that he goes as far as his exploits will have him to, and so he's right in the pick of things here.
Vanterpool on the right hand side. Kenneth Vanterpool looking to get into the box. Takes a touch a bit too long there and can be cut out by Little Soldiers. This time it's Singh who plays it forward. Only as far as Little Soldiers. Headers won by Lake. And Lake again. Over towards the left hand side. I believe that's Niles out there. Looking to drive forward now. Again, difficult to see the numbers out there. I think that's Barry who loses out. Now it's going to be Harrigan. But Matthews there again. Alicia Matthew there.
Yes. What the Little Soldiers will have to do is try to get more players forward.
Shot coming in
coming
there.
in goal, but one goes wide. They would have to get more players forward in order to cause some problems with the defense there of the Shining Stars, because they are very fleet-footed, very sharp, very alert to what is happening in front of them, and just Daniel and Singh alone would not be able to penetrate in order for them to at least get on the score sheet. So when they are on the attack, they will definitely need to get more players forward in order to help and to create more chaos and players running into space for the Shining Stars.
Well, they're defending very well so far, Little Soldiers. This is shaping up to be a very interesting game. It may end up being a draw because
Right.
the Shining Stars, they're not looking like
Yes, they're not
creating many chances, and the Little Soldiers, they're defending stoutly, but they're not creating much either.
Yes, not. They had some early chances in the early onset, but They have not had those chances presented to them as the match continues.
And what I'm seeing from the Shining Stars that I'm not liking is Maisha Burnett is very isolated right now because she has about 5 defenders to cope with and not much help at all because she's playing as a lone striker. With her not being the most physical of strikers, it's going to be very difficult for her to play her natural game and try to drift into spaces with that many defenders to cope with.
Yes, likewise, they too, the Shining Stars, will have to push more players further forward and try to be patient. Bracha seems to be very, have good understanding of how to play the ball and how to pass, when to pass. But if she lacks the opportunities and the players in space to pass, then the defenders will surely easily close out very easy. And she can't run for the whole 90 minutes for sure. And at some point, will certainly be tiring at some point. So they'll definitely need to at least get a little more closer, get a little more in tune, on the same page with how she's playing the ball as well.
I'm going to run there. I think that's Harrigan. Looking to get down the left-hand side. And she runs into Lake, and Lake has stayed down.
Yes,
look good. Look at she.
he's
There's
got
some contact with her knee there.
knee. Yes, she probably got a knock on the fleshy part of her thigh. We saw it from here, and what she did cleared the ball into touch. She felt the effect of that impact as well, and is just about to be given some treatment there by the physiotherapist. So we're into the 41st minute of play, still 0-0, and yes, it's knockout, the start of the knockout tournament in the female division. That is, we've got another match on tab for you. That match is going to be played at 7 o'clock, and it's going to be the Limers FC. They will be doing battle against the Enforcers. Both teams are still jockeying for points. The Limers at the moment, they are on 10 points. I think the Police, they're right close behind on 9 points. And so it's going to be all to play here. The Limers, they have had, they're coming off of, I think it's some 3 consecutive losses in in the male division, have not looked the real fluid and usually attacking self. Certainly sure that Coach Sauer has put in the work, and looking forward to see them getting back on winning ways here in the now final match in this triple header Sunday here at the Raymond Gishad Stadium.
Again, just looking at the table, the top of the table is pretty much set right now. It's the Roaring Lions having played 8-1-8, having some 24 points. But after that, it gets very interesting. The Ducks United, they've played 6, they've won 5, they have 15 points. The Kicks, who are in second right now, they've played all 9. They've played 9 of their 10 games. They have 21. The Uprising, they've played 8. They have 16. The Attackers, they've played 9. They only have 13. So their position, it may be a bit due to the amount of games they've played. The Limers, they've played 7, and they have 10 points. And the Diamonds, they've played 8. They have 10. The Enforcers, they've played 7. They have 7. So the top 3 most likely to be the Lions, the Ducks. Well, top 2 likely to be the Lions and the Ducks. Then it's a battle between the Kicks, the Uprising, and probably the Limers.
Yeah, because the Limers, they can still get to 19 points because they have got another 3 matches to complete their quota. And so certainly starting to this evening, they will be looking to at least draw all 3 points from the Enforcers here this evening.
And you can see that the Uprising have some players in attendance there. Captain Jarvis Jones as well as the man Fu. They're both just a couple seats below us. Well, there
Yes.
was a couple seats below us. Just looking to keep an eye on things because they'll certainly be interested in the ongoings of the Limers right now.
Yes.
The Limers and Kicks being the two teams that threaten their position in the top four. But what a season it's been for the Uprising.
Certainly, and I'm certainly sure that my good friend Khalid and the attackers, they will be kicking themselves because those drawn has been very detrimental to their final standings, having played the last three of their remaining matches, the harder of their. Um, it's certainly going to put them in some serious trouble.
And the attackers, they'll feel very, very disappointed. And they go back to the first game of the season. They played against the Spartans, who are currently in 10th position. And they ended up drawing that game 0-0, even though they had many chances. Even up until the very end, they forced a big save out of goalkeeper Darian Carter. And that's a game that they will probably look back on and say, we should have won that game against a team further down the table. We should have won that one.
Yes, certainly. We see 2 minutes of injury time to conclude this first half. It's the Shining Stars versus the Little Soldiers. And here's an opportunity.
Oh, that is lovely. Roxanne Bradshaw coming into the team and straight amongst the goals. A fantastic finish. Composure at its finest. And it's 1-0.
Yes, and as I mentioned earlier, she's very adept. She's very aware of where she's at, what the play warrants at the particular point in time. And here she was just picked up that one. The keeper Davia was advancing, had no problems at all, but just control it and just lobbed it over the head of the rushing Davia there to open the scoring 1-0, and certainly hard pressed would be the feelings of the Little Soldiers because they are just on the verge of halftime with just 2 minutes of injury time and conceding not good at all.
That's what she can do. That's what she has done for so many years. She's been out of the game for a while, I believe, with an injury, but back now and back amongst the goals now. It's a very, very good sign for the Shining Stars that she's firing, because to get her firing so early into her return back to football, it's a very good sign.
Yes, and I'm certainly sure they'll be a little bit more at ease now heading into halftime. They'll be a lot more calm, and maybe Coach Ricketts, his talk might not be as stern as would have been had it been a 0-0 draw going into halftime. And so they are in the ascendancy, and they have everything to play for now. They are in the lead and in with a chance, 1 foot in the door, but the ball is round and the Little Soldiers are still playing. We have seen where they have come from behind to draw games and to even win games, and I'm certainly sure that's going to be something that they will want to do here in the second half of this match.
Well, at halftime here at the Raymond Eagleshot Technical Center, it's the Shining Stars 1 and the Little Soldiers 0. Goal coming off the boot of Roxanne Bradshaw in the 46th minute of play with a fantastic finish. And the Little Soldiers, for all their hard work, going to the break, 1 goal down.
Yes, and on that note, we'll take you back to Master Control, and in about 10 to 12 minutes' time, we'll bring you the second half of this knockout encounter, female football, right here at the Raymond Eagleshot Stadium.
Welcome back to the Raymond Eagleshaw Technical Center, and we've had a change at halftime as the Shining Stars went to the halftime whistle one goal ahead. It's Smiley Hodge who has come off and has been replaced by Camille Gums. And immediately we can see that Roxanne Bradshaw is onto the ball. She's been very lively in that first half.
Yes, as I say, good evening. If you have just joined us, welcome. It's the Shining Stars doing battle against the Little Soldiers, and at the moment, one goal to the good. Their benefit in advancing to the second round of the knockout competition, and certainly Bradshaw has been the pick of the Shining Stars players here. Not only setting up the players, but just on the stroke of halftime, really capitalizing and putting the ball into the back of the net for the one goal lead for the Shining Stars. So certainly sure she'll be looking to be doing much more and to increase that lead as the second half continues.
Yes, and coming up after this one is going to be one nightcap that should be kicking off just a bit after 7. It's going to be the Enforcers. They'll be taking on the Limers. Just in a couple Limers players, they've gone down into the dugout to get ready. Of course, one of the Limers' main players in Colin Liddy. He's currently coaching the Little Soldiers.
So I'm not too sure how he is going to maneuver, multitask his way through, but I'm certainly sure that he will be looking to be a part of the Lima setup as well, to play an integral role in the team getting back and winning ways, and certainly sure he will find some way to at least avail himself to get ready for the match.
So they need all 3 points today. They have to get all 3 points.
Yes. Be very good for their moral as well, to boost their confidence as well.
Vanterpool cuts inside. Vanterpool still going. Shot comes from Vanterpool. Good save in the end there. Well, that's when Vanterpool is dangerous, when she's using both her right and her left feet. Ball coming across again, and a poor touch. And Minette just couldn't get there.
Yes, nicely cleared there by the defender. I'm thinking if that shot came in too swift there for Davia, because you would think that she could have easily collected that shot, but choose to clear it with the boot, clearing it. And the Shining Stars almost had a chance again at goal.
It's going to be lumped up field by the Little Soldiers. And I was making sure that it wasn't my eyes. It seems like the glass has gotten a bit fuzzy. It's a bit hazy.
Yeah.
And I was rubbing my eyes a bit to make sure it wasn't just me.
Yes, it has definitely gotten a bit more hazy.
Maybe due to the air conditioning in here as well as the outside temperature.
Yeah. I think it's a perfect day to play a game of football. It's nice. The ground is nice and soft, and pretty good day to have a run out.
It certainly wasn't nice a couple hours earlier for the youngsters and the Diamond Queens. They had some pelting rain to start off with. Of course, I was driving up here. It was difficult to see coming through the rain.
It was interesting because at my home, I think it was just a little drizzle. Yeah, it was just a little drizzle.
It's Connor in a tussle there with Lake and loses out. This one is a chance for the Little Soldiers to run. It's Harrigan, I believe, looking to get inside there, and a good challenge in the end, the vital challenge. And that's going to be a corner, I believe, or I think it's a corner.
I think what Harrigan should have done there with the advancement of the two defenders coming at her, she should have tried to at least chip that ball because it had two little soldiers, Daniel, who was right in the center of the defense there, waiting, but I think she was trying to get around the two defenders there, and certainly they didn't give her that opportunity at all. Might have had a better option to just chip it in and see what those two strikers in the middle could have done.
This one taken now,
Nada.
and a rather poor corner in the end.
Very poor corner. Electing to go with the left booter, which will have actually be pulling it into goal, as opposed to you'd want to be using your right foot to pull it away from goal so that your headers can really attack that ball and get a heading, as opposed to sending it into the keeper, giving her the better option to using her hands and collecting.
Also, we'll also be sending it towards the defenders because they'll be coming from the goal, while the attackers will more be coming from the edge of the 6-yard area.
Certainly.
This one is taken now. And a good turn there by Harrigan, who just boots it long, but to nobody. It's out for a throw-in.
Yes, there was. The little soldiers for sure can't wait too long to at least apply some pressure because they are behind, and the more time elapses, it lessens their chances of their advancement in this knockout tournament, or even going to penalty kicks.
They would need to get themselves onto the score sheet and get onto the score sheet fast. But again, if you look down into the little soldier's side, I don't know if you can pinpoint an exact player. The closest thing they have to that would be Daniel Connor. You don't think you can pinpoint somebody and say they'll be the person that will get onto the score sheet. Yes. That's the difference between the two sides right now, and I think that's where Coach Liddy would be upset because he wouldn't have wanted his team to concede before the halftime. Or them conceding just before the whistle, it may have made him change his plans just a bit.
Certainly, and Daniel will certainly need service of the ball, really. And you see a shot, but Richardson is going to let that one roll into touch, and she's going to at least take her time. She's in the lead and not pushing at all.
Of course, the Shining Stars, they do have some defenders on their bench, of course. Looks like Adana, a former defender and a champion at the primary school level with the Stony Ground Primary School. She is on the bench for the Shining Stars, and any chance that they would want to seal the game should be an option that the man, Jermaine Ricketts, Coach Ricketts, would look towards just to seal the deal. While coming forward, it's Anisha, who does very well with that one there. She's looking very composed at the back as Anisha Matthew.
Very composed, yes.
So it's Niles looking to get forward. And it's going to be a free kick for the initial challenge that was a foul, just clipping at the legs of Niles.
Yes, Benjamin there, the referee, they're really trying to play advantage to see whether or not the player regain her composure and her footing, but rightly so calling back the play and giving a free kick there to the Shining Stars, who they just taking their time, walking gracefully is number 11, and spotting that ball for that infringement.
It's going to be Lake who take this free kick for the Shining Stars. Lake, the imposing central defender, plays this one forward. It gets past Roxanne and over to Niles. Niles going on the byline with speed and just running into a stout defensive effort. Very physical play going on over on the right-hand side. Results in a throw to the Shining Stars.
And that's one of the disappointing thought, that the way how the little soldiers defends, that they gave away that goal right on the stroke of halftime.
They defend so
Yeah.
well, and it just here they come again, Roxanne, and again it's cleared out. But Roxanne Bradshaw, she's been a revelation, a great addition to this side. As we can see some runners, and she held on to the ball a bit too long, I have to say there.
Yes, again, that ball should have been heading towards Daniel so that she could run onto it, and she held the ball up just a little too long there, and opportunity going a begging.
And that's certainly an interesting race, Daniel and Anisha Matthew.
Yes, would be an interesting race for real.
There's going to be a shot coming in there. Ooh, and a good save in the end. Guess who it was again there? With a fiery effort. It looked like that was Roxanne Bradshaw. It's getting even more difficult to see. But it was Roxanne Bradshaw there again, putting in a good effort and forcing a good save out of the goalkeeper.
Yes, and Bradshaw being very much aware of where she was there at that moment, and just really having a really good shot at goal that keeper Davia all his work to keep that one from hitting the back of the net. So kudos on both sides to both players, really, their awareness and the alertness of the goalkeeper Davia there in keeping the score at 1-0.
Corner to the Shining Stars. Ball chipped in high and into the side netting. I don't know if the keeper had that one covered at all.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting one there had that been really in play. We've seen how well Davia would have dealt with that one. The little soldiers trying to build from the back, on the left side. Yeah. And so into the 58th minute of play, and it's just throw-in. They're going to the Shining Stars, still leading by 1-0. Little Soldiers just had an opportunity to build going forward, but was cut out there. Here is Barry, who boots the ball upfield. That's Minette. Chip coming up, but been intercepted there by the Little Soldiers player, and certainly that's going to be a throw there. Number 8 and number 27, they are tussling for it, and winning a throw there is the Little Soldiers. No one seems to be coming for the ball. There, headed away there again, the number 27 player. And it's going to be throwing. Here is Matthew being challenged there stoutly and eventually playing it into touch for a throw in there to the Little Soldiers there. So they are trying to mount the pressure, trying to squeeze every position out, trying to get back on equal terms. Here is number 8. Chips the ball over, headed away there by Lake. Ball being put in the field. Daniel trying to head, but loses out there. And the ball being booted upfield. Only as far as the number 8 player there in Astalia. Here is Harrigan trying to cut in, but Lake equal to the task, cut out, and she boots the ball into touch for a throw in there to the Little Soldiers. So just exerting some pressure in the 61st minute of play. So the Little Soldiers, they are trailing by a goal. It's the knockout competition here on the female division. They have completed their tournament that was won by the Superstars, and they've started the knockout today with the first match. The youngsters making light work of the Diamonds Queens FC by some 3 goals to 0. And in the second match, second knockout encounter with the Shining Stars and the Little Soldiers, it's the Shining Stars with a goal from the boot of Bracha in the 45th minute of play, leading 1 goal to 0. And at the moment, the Little Soldiers, though they're exerting some pressure on the Shining Stars, at least to pull a goal back. They've gotten themselves a corner kick that is going to be taken from the left side of the defensive half. Here you see a corner kick, left footer taken again, but not as poorly taken, and it's going to be an infringement there by the number 27 player there for the Shining Stars, in that of number 27. Yeah, certainly her name is not on the score sheet. She's wearing number 27, but here is the free kick being taken. Chips over, and a good one as well, but just a little too high, and ball going over the crossbar. Richardson in goal there. No harm, just watches it, sails over the bar for a goal kick there into the 63rd minute of play. Just to remind you that it's a triple header, that is. Later on this evening at 7 o'clock, you will see the Limers FC. They will be doing battle against the Enforcers at the moment. The Limers, they're on 10 points. The Enforcers, they are on 9 points. Limers are still in with a chance to qualify for the Final Four, but will certainly need to win all of their matches, win out in order to at least get to 19 points, hopefully, and pray that the fixture in some of the match will go their way as well. Here is Bracha dribbling for the two. Taken quick. Lake. And Barry just jogs up to take the throw. Yeah, throw coming in and cleared away there. Right there, right in front of us, for his throwing there to the Shining Stars again. Reminding you that at 7 p.m. we will have the Limers FC taking on the Enforcers. We are yet to see the Enforcers team. The Limers already going through their warm-up drills. So we are heading into the 69th minute of play here, and it's still 1 goal to 0 in favor of the Shining Stars, playing in the goal, and that looked like purple. The Little Soldiers are in the gray and red, but they are trailing in this knockout competition. Here is Vanterpool, looks up, crosses, but cleared away. You have two players tussling for the ball, and Little Soldiers coming away with it. Ball being booted further upfield. Here is Singh trying to run onto it. She's been challenged, and the ball goes into touch. It's a throw-in, and this time, throw again goes to the Shining Stars. Taken. Ball booted upfield. There's a minute trying to find Lake. Here is a nice move there from the Little Soldiers player, but final pass. Not being able to complete the final pass, and cleared there by Lake. So we are into the 70th minute of play, just another 20 minutes to go, and still leading 1 goal to nil is the Shining Stars, and time is quickly running out for the Little Soldiers, who really need to get on back on equal terms in order to at least have a chance to go into penalty kicks. But it's certainly going to be an uphill battle for them to get back on even terms here as the Shining Stars. They're still looking to increase that advantage of the goal advantage that they picked up on the stroke of halftime. As we can see, and as we can tell you as well, coming up at 7 o'clock, the Limers, they will be doing battle against the Enforcers. They are already into their paces, warming up over on the far side of things. And just see 2 players there for the Enforcers just going down there. And do hope that they will be feeling our team this evening as well done.
Yes, and I was having a conversation with a couple of the uprising players who are outside, and they said that they're definitely keeping an eye on this one. I did see a fair few of them out there, the likes of Zav. He was out there just keeping an eye on definitely the encounter to come, as well as we did see Fu and Jarvis Jones earlier.
Yes.
And there's a number of uprising players just keeping an eye on this game, because they're gonna, if the Lemons were to get back onto winning ways, that they would have to get a result versus
The Roaring Lions.
Lions.
Yes, certainly. And both of those teams, they actually still have the Roaring Lions to play, because I think the Roaring Lions play the Limers this coming Friday. And so quite a lot to play for.
There's definitely a whole lot to play for left. It's getting down to the business end.
Yes.
Getting down to the end where all the teams, they have their final encounters to play, and the points will be determined who goes to the Champions League and who goes to semifinals.
Yes. Gone are the days when you play all your matches and the points standing sees you win the championship. Now you've got another chance, another bite at the cherry, because I'm not too sure whether or not the association gives an award for the regular season as opposed to the persons who win on the Final Four.
Yes, the Ducks United, they still do have a few games to play. They've only played some 6 games so far, but after this encounter here, that's going to be between the Limers and the Enforcers, it's the Lions and the Limers. They'll be playing on Friday. The Spartans and the Uprising. A big game for the Uprising.
The Uprising as well.
The Spartans are starting to hit some sort of form now.
And I'm so sure that they too will be looking to at least get a point, if not 3. And so still a lot to play for from the Uprising as well.
The Uprising, they have two difficult. They have the Spartans, and after this, and before the Spartans, they have the Lions. So they still have 2 very difficult games to play.
So it's not a given. It's not a given at all, and quite a bit to play for here in this angular senior male tournament, winding down to the end. It's been quite a long tournament. It's been on and off due to various reasons, COVID, qualifying teams. Sad moment, passing of our brethren, the man Ishan Billings, Bones, been a part of the Ducks setup as well. And so,
due to his passing, the Ducks they still have a lot of games left to play.
yes, they are at the moment at a standstill. And they I spoke to the coach on Thursday, and probably they may be looking to play this coming Wednesday. So we will wait and see.
They still have the no, they have the attackers left to play. And
they have the attackers, they have the Diamonds.
The Diamonds left to play. They have the Limers,
left to play, yes.
They still have some very, very big games to come. Do the Ducks United and the Limers, they probably have a more difficult schedule.
Yes,
than the
yes.
Uprising, and that's pretty dangerous for them because the Limers, they have to play the Ducks United. The Limers, they have to play the Enforcers, which you're doing today, and they have to play the Roaring Lions.
Yes, they too can say to themselves,
shot comes in. Oh, what a save there! It was a fiery effort on the turning shot there, and what a save!
And Bradshaw really put her boot, her laces through that one, and Badavia looked like a superstar in goal there, man. Really equal to the task of that shot as well. A brilliant save. You can't fault her for keeping the little soldiers into this game at all. They will definitely need to at least see how best they can get on score sheet, because if it goes to penalty kicks, maybe they might be in with an even better chance.
Well, that shot reminded me so much of Paulo Dybala. The way she controlled with her back to goal, turned and fired on the swivel. And man, she got some pepper behind that one there.
Yes,
and the goalkeeper had to stretch for all she was worth. And she was equal to the task. Got a strong two hands behind it as well.
Yes, and must say kudos to the man Cleo, because I think I saw him for the most part working with Bradshaw there, sharing his expertise as well as a coach. And she has really been in splendid form here today coming back.
It's 1-0. And as I say, a 1-goal lead is never, ever safe.
Never, ever saved, but for the past 5-8 minutes or so, it has been the Shining Stars who has looked the more threatening to get another goal. And as I said, they are the ones in the ascendancy, and so it's the little soldiers. They will certainly need to get back in the pick of things. And if you notice that Daniel has gone back into defense now, and so whether or not they're trying to play a little bit more defensive in the part there of Coach Liddy.
There's going to be a ball on the right-hand side. She can put in the cross. Cross comes in and to the back post. She did have Niles there lurking, but in the end it's going to be out for a corner. You can see that the man, Coach Ricketts, is on the edge of his technical area because he wants that extra goal.
Yes, just for insurance. Certainly an extra goal will do him a world of good. With the time winding down, we're almost at the 80th minute of play. And they're certainly looking to push.
As this one goes behind the goal from the corner, it looks like.
It's going to be another corner kick again?
I'm not certain. I believe the ball went in earlier. I think it's going to be another corner. Corner to the Shining Stars over on the right-hand side. One comes in along the ground. It's cleared only as far as the Shining Stars again. Laid off over to the right-hand side. Ball comes in and goalkeeper is going to hold on to this one.
As the clock is ticking away here on on the little soldiers. Was like on the outside.
It's getting even more difficult to see now with the sun going down. It's the Shining Stars looking to break. Ball moves over towards the center of the park now. The Shining Stars. Ball chips forward. A good ball forward, just a bit too heavy. But the idea was brilliant. And she almost got her team in pole position to get that second goal. Ball taken down over towards the left-hand side now. Left for Matthew to clear. Forward to Vanderpool. Gets past these. Oh, look at the skill from Vanderpool. And just can't beat the last defender.
Yes, she really has some good silky skills. Good balance, using both feet well to dribble. And really a sight to watch when she's in the ascendancy. But doesn't do it as often as we would like at all.
Yes, she just has those moments of magic that you can say that she certainly can be a very, very good player. And she is a very, very good player.
Yes, yes.
Just needs to show that best of her ability at all times. You can see that she fades out of the game.
Yes.
And just pops up every now and again. A player she reminds me of a whole lot is a former Manchester United player in Nanny.
Yes.
When he was on, he was one of the best players in world football to watch.
When
but
he
he
was-
just faded in and out of games.
When he was on, he was really on, and certainly a good comparison because they both have the dribbling prowess and the dribbling skills to really take you on.
It's going to be the Shining Stars with Lake playing the ball forward, and looked like that was Bradshaw there.
And it's amazing because the likes of Nani, one would ask, where does he plays now? That's the thing.
He's currently in the MLS playing with
He's
Orlando City.
he's in the MLS.
Playing with Orlando City Soccer Club. Over in the MLS. Still getting the goals, but in what you would say is a lesser league. And for a man of his talents, it's not the end to a career that he would have liked, but at his peak, he was something to watch.
Certainly, if you had made it to Manchester United, it says much.
It's going to be the Little Soldiers. They have to get one back, and they have to get one back quickly. We only have 8 minutes plus added time left. But giving away. Forward now. Roxanne Bradshaw. Looks to send the ball through there, but didn't look like her teammate were on the same page, and Bradshaw has stayed down just for the moment. And it's out of touch for a throw into the
So I'm just
Shining
looking at the
Stars.
age of Nani here. He's only 34. When a man like Lionel Messi, who's just about the same age and still playing in the big leagues with his skill, you would want to think that he probably would have been somewhere in playing for one of those top teams as well. But Messi is a special player.
For the Little Soldiers, it's in number 6 replacing number 23. That's Shamika Lake coming in to replace number 23, Zila Harrigan. And for the Little Soldiers, it's going to be the number 6. And the form of Jodie Vanterpool, who will be replacing Roxanne Bradshaw. And will Roxanne's goal be the difference between these two sides here today?
Well, 6 minutes and whatever in the time will tell.
They just need to get the ball upfield because now looking at it, it's a set piece. The only way they'll probably score is going to be from a set piece. They're not breaking down the defense of the Shining Stars, Anisha Matthews and Lake, they've been very, very good today, very solid, and they're perfect foil for each other because Anisha, she's a more ball playing center back and she's very quick, while Lake is the big bruiser. She wins all the headers, she goes in for the tackles, and they're perfect foil for each other.
Yes, certainly, certainly.
It's going to be a throw in on the right hand side for the Shining Stars. Goes over the top and only finds the boot of the Little Soldiers. Chipped forward now, Little Soldiers. Again, they've been camped in pretty much their own half for a rather long time. And they won't get out right now, as the defense for the Shining Stars is very stout. And giving away straight to the Shining Stars, over towards the right-hand side. It's Singh. Runs into a bit of trouble, but won't win the throw in actually. Throw goes the way of the Shining Stars. It's going to be a throw for Singh. Goes on the line towards Vanterpool. Instead, the ball finds its way inside. Looking for the long ball forward, trying to find Minette. And the end, it's going to be out for another throw-in now. And time just ticking down and ticking down on the Little Soldier season as well.
Yes, ticking away.
You just need one more to the Shining Stars to just settle the nerves. You can hear that the crowd is built up just a bit more, and there's a lot of support out here for the Little Soldiers, the strong Little Soldiers contingent,
Yes.
especially over there on the right-hand side.
Yes, they certainly need to get someone in midfield, someone the likes of what we saw Bracha was doing for the Shining Stars to really cause some damage, but just forcing it forward and having it cut out, it's not going to work at all
It
in
isn't going
this.
to work, especially when you've put Danielle Connor into defense. You'll have to, if you're going to send it forward, you'd want her speed up top.
Yes.
So you would look for long balls to get over the head of both Lake and Matthews, which has not been a very frequent occurrence today.
Yeah.
As we can see, a
Yeah,
couple
we
more of
see.
the enforcers players making their way over towards the warm-up area.
Barry taking as much time off the clock as possible.
Here come the Shining Stars. Ball out wide. It's over on the left-hand side for the Shining Stars. Ball coming into the box is blocked out for a corner.
Yes, Lake, you used to be one of those speedy players on the wing. Kicks the ball very well. And especially when the Fire Ants was in full swing, there was quite a bunch of players really epitomizing the name, the Fire Ants. They would have played a number of Caribbean teams, even right here across Anguilla and across the Caribbean, and did very, very well. But it's good to see female football back again, and this time with some serious setup in terms of the coaching, practicing regularly. It can augurs well for the future for the football here in Anguilla, especially from the female division.
Oh, that's risky there. Ball bounces across the face of goal, and it's cleared partially. Shot comes in again, and this one is blocked again. Ball not clear yet. Shot comes in again, and keeper holds on to it this time.
Yes, all could have been that insurance goal that Ricketts was looking for as we are heading into the 89 minutes of play. He and time slowly but surely running out there on the Little Soldiers. They need the ball at the moment. It's with they eventually picked it up now, but giving it right back to.
They need to get that ball forward. They're not getting past Anisha Matthew right now. As cleared out of touch.
They need the ball in order to at least get back on equal term to force to penalty kicks. But you can see that that's not happening here at all, and it appears as though that they will eventually concede this game because we are into the 90th minute of play now.
Lemos heading back into the locker room. The likes of Amone Gums and Caleb Bryan, they'll be looking to get the Lemos back onto winning ways. This ball chipped high into the box. Trouble for the keeper. Good save initially. Shot comes in again. Wide of the target.
Lake had a chance to bury it, to seal it. Just pulled it, just dragged it a little too wide. And that could have been final nail in the coffin there for the Little Soldiers. But still, we'll wait to see. It seems as though it's going to be maybe about 2 minutes of added time.
Yes, it seems like it'll be 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes for the Little Soldiers to drag something out of this game. Something they need. They need to get a shot on goal. They haven't got a shot on goal in a very long time. I don't think since the free kick.
Not at all.
Shot on goal.
Not since the free kick. Richardson in the goal has been very quiet, very comfortable, just more or less a spectator there.
Lumped forward. That's all the Shining Stars need now. Lump it forward. The Little Soldiers trying to keep it in play. And now the throw goes away of the Shining Stars, and Little Soldiers can't believe it. She really can't believe it. But that's going to be time ticking off the clock.
Yes. I can't recall seeing Ambrell put up 2 minutes. No, he probably just a weird.
He hasn't put up the 2 minutes.
He's just aware that he has to show it, but a minute has gone already.
It's going to be throw into the Shining Stars. 1 minute left for the Little Soldiers to drag something from this one. Goal kick. They have to get it moving quickly. They have to get the ball back in play.
Yes.
They have to get something from this one. They need to throw everybody forward at this point.
Well, they're playing it short.
That's risky. That's very risky if you're going to go short.
And they're still trying to play
They
from
give
the
it
back.
away.
The ball should have been booted upfield.
Just hit it forward and hope.
Everyone should have been running upfield. That's going to be it.
Over to the left-hand side.
Goalkeeper should be upfield at least.
Matthews sends it. And that's going to be the final whistle. Referee Benjamin blows time on this one. And the Shining Stars are moving on. They have defeated the Little Soldiers by 1-0. Goal coming right on the stroke of halftime of the boots of Roxanne Bradshaw. And the Little Soldiers season has come to an end.
And there you had it. Yes, the Little Soldiers, they have conceded this match. Not conceded, but the Shining Stars, they have well deserved this win here this evening, winning 1-0 from the boot of Bradshaw. And moving into the second phase of this knockout. We will bring you a featured match for this evening. A nightcap. We'll see the Limers FC versus the Enforcers FC. That match starts in just a little bit. We'll take you back to Master Control. Until then, when we get the cue from us for you to join us in our featured match, we say good evening and welcome.